Breakfast with your Coys. Oh yeah. Breakfast with your Coys. Breakfast with your Coys. Oh yeah. Breakfast with your Coys. Breakfast with your Coys.
Yes, guys, welcome to Breakfast with Pure Coys on this Sunday morning. I want to say beautiful Sunday morning. It looks like it's going to pour down here any minute. But let's see how the day goes. I hope everyone slept well. Hope everyone's having a lovely weekend. My weekend's going okay. I'm not sure I can hear myself at the moment. Hope everyone's having a good weekend. It's been dull, hasn't it? Without the football, without Spurs playing. It hasn't been the best for me. I've been a bit bored, if I'm honest. But there you go, guys. Let me know how your weekend's been. Let me know what you're up to. Guys, if you haven't already, please like the stream. Please subscribe to the channel. I've gone for something a little bit different today. I will be mentioning a few times during the show. I have put subscribers only mode on. Doesn't mean you can't come in and watch or chat. It just means if you want to talk in the chat, you have to press that sub button. Maybe might help get a few more subs. You never know. But let's give it a go, guys. If you haven't, smash that subscribe button. And if you haven't liked the stream, like the stream as well, guys. Not too much going on, but I've not done a show in a little while. I feel like I owe it to myself and to you guys, if you're around, to do a show for you. And we can chat about the England game. We can chat about Spurs. We can chat about absolutely anything you want this morning. The world is our oyster. Let's get into the chat. Let's see who's here. And the Joker message at 2:40 a.m. Both breakfast time and our next match cannot come soon enough. Let's have a performance and result to discuss rather than the internal wranglings of the club. Big up, Nige. Have a chill day. Well, big up to you, Joker. I hope you managed to get back to sleep. I had a bit of a night last night as well, getting to sleep wise. I feel like a bit of a baby. I had a terrible nightmare, probably about 5:30 a.m. Like really bad, terrified me. And I woke up and I just couldn't get back to sleep. So I've pretty much been up since 5:30, 5:45. Had a shower, done some washing, done the washing up, polished the house, done all sorts. It's been a busy morning. But big up to you, Joker. I hope you managed to get back to sleep, mate. Scott Collier is in the house, channel member. Big up, Scott. I hope you're well, buddy. He says hello, Nigel, in chat. And to Mark's show, Cookie's in the house. Big up, Cookie. I hope you're well, mate. He says, morning, Nige. I hope you're well. I am good. I hope you're well too. Another channel member. And Razzle's in the house. Razzle says, good morning, Nige. And all good morning, Razzle. Another channel member. So big up to you, mate. And Kate's here. Says, morning, Nige, lovely. Good morning to you, Kate. I hope you're well. Hope you're having a good weekend. Razzle sent blue skies and tanning weather over here in the southeast. Well, fair play. Like I say, I'm looking out the window now. I'm not sure it knows what it wants to do. It's been a lovely morning so far. Like I said, I've been up early, but it is starting to cloud over. There's a lot of black clouds around. And Razzle saying, do you think Spence gets some minutes for the next England game? Guys, let's talk about that. Because I don't know how you feel. I was really disappointed Spence didn't at least get half an hour yesterday. I think the Arsenal fullback who played, I think he's awful. I don't think he's that good. I think he's so, and I don't think it's because he's an Arsenal. I just find him incredibly cocky and a bit up himself. I don't know, maybe I am. It is the Arsenal biased in me. But I don't think he had that good a game, and I'm surprised Spence didn't get on for 20 minutes. You know, I don't see him playing over there we've got a big game, haven't we? I forgot who we got now. It's gone out of my head. Serbia, isn't it? But it's a big game. It's going to be a tough game. Don't see Spence starting, but who knows? Who knows? I must admit, I'm not overly keen on the England manager. Doesn't do it for me. But You got to support the country, haven't you, while we're playing. I just watching England is a bit mind numbing at times. Anyone watched the game yesterday? It was painful to watch. It is very side to side at times, and I know that you're going to play teams like Andorra that play a low block. Um, but come on, we're on a different level. We should be tearing these sides apart, and we don't. There's never quite enough oomph in that England side for me. But we were missing a lot of players. I think. I think when the commentator was talking about the players that were out, it was wow. That's a list. Really good to see Morgan Gibbs White get on though. Just gutted we didn't get him in a Spurs shirt because he's the kind of player that I love. Always looking to make things happen. Doesn't always work, but really like him as a player. Barbaric's in the house. Big up, Barbaric. How you doing, buddy? Says, good morning, Nigel. I hope you are well, young sir. Smash the likes and subs, people. I'm really good. I'm really good, mate. Thank you. I hope you are too. I'm looking forward to meeting my eldest later for a coffee. And yeah, just watch the world go by today. I think it's going to be a bit of a lazy one. I say that every weekend. I need to go out and do something exciting with my life. I don't know what, but I need to for sure. But big up, mate. I hope you're doing well, and I hope you're having a good weekend. Missed one now. Razzle saying it's good for him to come into the squad to start with. He's just got to take his opportunity when he gets it. Yeah, I agree. I think he, like you said, he just has to take that opportunity when it comes. Hopefully, it will come, and yeah, we will see. I like Spence. I think he's a really good defender, and the good thing is he can play either right or left equally as well. I see him getting in. I see him getting in at that. I think left back is open for England. I really do. And Razzle saying, yes, I don't like Tuchel. I think he's an overrated manager. Yeah, just not a fan at all. Not a fan at all. I think we signed some just really boring and dull England managers. I think the last couple definitely fall into that bracket for me. Wayne Bonner's in the house. Good morning, Wayne. He says, morning, folks. Hope everyone's well. Yes, all good here, mate. I hope you're well too. And Kate says, it was like pulling teeth out. England backside. Yeah, that's what we do, isn't it? Backward, sideways. It's yeah, it's dull. It's dull. And I think it does make a difference when there are no Spurs players in the team to watch. I still kind of class Kane as a Spurs player. I still want Kane to score every England game because I hate the abuse he gets. Um, but yeah, and we can talk about that as well. Is Kane coming back next season? Now that Levy's gone, is Kane coming back next season to the mighty Spurs? Would you take him back? I'd absolutely take him back in a heartbeat. Harry Kane back at Tottenham? Yes, please. I will have a bit of that. And who knows? In the future, opens a door for Poch to come back as well, doesn't it? Um, yeah, exciting times at Tottenham, but we will get into it. And Barbaric says, Wet Spam contacted Lampard for the manager's job. I hope this is true. Bye bye, Hammers. But I have to say this, Barbaric, he is doing a fantastic job at Coventry. He's at Coventry, isn't he? Isn't he doing a great job at Coventry? Um, Coventry plays some really nice football. Saying that, they probably lost yes. I haven't seen any of the results. I don't think um, Championship played, did they? But yeah, I think he's doing a good job at Coventry. Whether he could at West Ham or not is another question. Don't think he's quite at that level. David Clark saying, watching England is like watching paint dry. I turned over to watch England ladies rugby union side in the Women's World Cup. Yeah, I'd much rather watch England ladies rugby. To be fair, probably for different reasons, but there you go. Yeah, watching England play at times is dull. And my boys in the house. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, son. I hope you slept well, mate. What time were you working last night? Was it a late shift? And if so, what are you up so early for? And also, I'm meeting your sister later for coffee. So if you want to come, let me know. Razzle saying, should have watched Gillingham v Bromley. Our first proper local derby for Kent for a long time. Didn't even know it was on. Let us know the score, Razzle. How did it go? Are you Gills, aren't you? I'm guessing. Yeah, let us know the score. Is it Gills? What do you call yourself as a nickname, Razzle? For Gillingham? Because there are two Gillinghams, aren't there? There's one where you are, and there's one actually Dorset way. And I always get them confused. But there you go, some useless information for you now. David Clark saying it's irrelevant who the England coach is. The football is just the same, boring and attractive football. It is. It is. Sadly, I don't know why international football is so boring. Obviously, different when it's tournament football, but these World Cup qualifiers and all this kind of stuff, it's just boring. Razzle saying Coventry have a great squad. Fair play. Like I say, I don't follow too much championship football as my son would say, agree with. But yeah, I've just noticed a couple of Coventry wins. Didn't Coventry beat QPR like 7-0 or something? So yeah. Marcus is here. Big up, Marcus. Says morning, Nige. Big up, my friend. Big up to you. I hope you're well. And Razzle said, lies like some butch lady. You ain't wrong, mate. You ain't wrong. I like thick thighs, and I will leave it there. Charlie saying, got back past midnight Saturday night. That's just nuts, mate. Why are you up so early? And Rain's here. Big up, Rain. Saying, morning all. Big up to you. I hope you slept well, mate. Razzle saying 2-2, and Gillingham scored a penalty in the 98th minute. Fair play. Fair play. And then he says, I support Maidstone United as my local team. Don't like Gillingham. It's a dive in Kent, and Bromley I don't class as Kent. I get another bit of useless information here. My dad comes from Kent. He was born in Kent. God rest his soul. I think he comes. Oh, where did he come? Sheerness. Sheerness. That's probably a dive as well. But yeah, Sheerness is where he's originally from. Marcus said, all good, mate. Watch the Women's Super League football much better. Yeah, yeah. I mean, it's more. It's one of them, isn't it? It's not as good football, but it's always nice to watch. And Marcus said, all good. He's done it twice, guys. Let's talk about just quickly go over the England game because it was pretty dull, wasn't it? It wasn't the best game in the world. But they got the result, and I guess that's what matters after a couple of really poor performances. To get a result is important. They won the game, and we got a big game now on Tuesday night, which I think is going to be a really tough one. It'll be interesting to see just how far England have come under Tuchel or Tuchel, and see. It's going to be interesting, guys. Let me know what you think. Do you care? What did you think of the team yesterday? Surprised Rashford was in. Some of the players that played, I'm like, that for me, then it's just not international class. But I guess Andorra at home is a kind of game you play these players in. And that's why I was disappointed Spence didn't get at least half an hour. And of course, then what do we do now regarding Daniel Levy? Because he's gone. I'm amazed, surprised, guys. I don't know. I think I've done one show since he went. I think, in fact, I haven't. I haven't done a breakfast with pure Coys since Daniel Levy's left, or was sacked. Guys, I'm delighted. I am fearful. I am a little bit apprehensive about what happens now. You know, as much as Levy has done not the best on the pitch, he has made our club what it is, as in the infrastructure. And I know fans don't care about that. But I know now, going forward, my kids' are going to have a Tottenham Hotspur to watch. I have no doubt that we are here for the long term. You know, in future generations, Tottenham Hotspur are going to be here. And I think that a lot of that is down to Levy. And I am a bit concerned that whoever comes in and takes over eventually, because I know Enoch is still there, whoever comes over and takes over eventually may not have the best interest of the club at heart. For now, I'm willing to let that slide a little bit because I want to see trophies. I want to see regular trophies, and that's why my title is Sign of Things to Come, or the start of better things. Or I just think now, if we can get someone who's going to put this team first, we have an excellent chance. We are a sleeping giant, and we have a great chance of becoming one of the big boys if we get someone in charge or if we get a takeover and they're prepared to spend on the pitch. I haven't got an issue if we act like Man City or Chelsea for a couple of years. Haven't got an issue with that. Just as long as a club, as long as it's not all dodgy and the club's okay, I'm happy with that. Let me know what you think, guys. And apparently, there is 100 million war chest going in January to buy a marquee signing. That's the rumours going around. How true it is, I don't know. Guys, if that happens, it's exciting, isn't it? Right? It's exciting times. We've got to be looking ahead and thinking we have an excellent chance of doing something over the next couple of years. But let's see what happens. Razzle saying buying train tickets from Gillingham is annoying because it comes up with the Dorset one. I bet. And I bet that costs quite a bit of money, doesn't it? Barbaric said, Nige, do you have a Sheriff Blue hat on order for yourself? I don't. No. I'm not particularly a Scar fan. I like pop punk. So there are some pop punk bands that play quite scary music. But no, it's not really my thing. I haven't got one. And I don't think I'll be ordering one. I have got an Irish Hotspur hat, which I do tend to wear in the winter. So that will be out soon. But not right now. It's just a backwards cap for me because I want to be cool and hip and pop punk with the kids. But there you go. Marcus saying they try harder. They do. They do. I'll give them that. Rain saying, to be honest, I haven't watched England matches outside of tournaments for years and years. It's hard. I don't pay as much attention to England games, I've got to be honest. You know, if it's on, I might stick it on for a bit, but then I'm just flicking through the channels. Not really that fussed. Unless we're scoring goals, of course, then it's a bit different. Razzle saying, Rain, I tried last night. It was so boring. It really was. It really was. And Marcus saying, watching paint drying. Absolutely. Razzle saying, even the stadium wasn't full. I know. I know. Probably the biggest cheer of the night was when Morgan Rogers come on. Other than that, it was a dull game, wasn't it? A really dull game. Rich, big up Rich, and imagine if you were told at the beginning of the year we'd win the Europa League, we'd sign Xavi Simons and Daniel Levy would be gone. You'd never believe it. It has been a year, hasn't it? It has most definitely been a year. In the year that I've been doing YouTube, we have finished. We've lost 22 games in the season, in the league season. We finished 17th, which we've never done in the Premier League. We've won the Europa League. We won a trophy for the first time in 17 years, 41 years Europe. We've sat down Postecoglou. We've brought in Thomas Frank. We've made some really good signings, and now Daniel Levy's gone. It's all happening. It is all happening. I might have to stick on YouTube for a little while longer. See if we can get a league title or something out of us. That would be absolutely amazing. But big up, Rich. Razzle saying, do we give Enoch a clean slate and have 2 transfer windows to prove they want to win? For me, yes. For me, the major problem was Daniel Levy. Not the only problem, of course. Enoch have a lot to answer for as well. But for me, let's see what they do now. Let's see what they do. I think there's a takeover in the offense somewhere along the lines. Whether that's 6 months, whether that's 3 or 4 years, I don't know. But something's going on for sure. I think we have to give Enoch a clean slate for now. They've come out and they said they want to win more often. So let's prove that and go and make the team better. And apparently, by all accounts, there is 100 million available for the January window. Hopefully, to get that marquee signing in, whether that's a Savinho or another, or maybe 2, who knows? But the money's definitely there. We have no excuses. Let's see what we do. I'm excited. I'm excited to see what happens. This is something that many of us have never seen at Spurs for a long time. My son's 21. He's never seen a Tottenham without Daniel Levy. So exciting. And the fact that Daniel Levy's gone totally, I thought that when he would step down or whatever happened to him, that he would work in some capacity at the club. He's gone. I know he owns 29% of Enoch or whatever, but he's gone from the club totally, been removed totally. So exciting times ahead at Tottenham Hotspur, I think, and I hope. Jimmy's here. Big up Jimmy Hotspur. He says, big up Nige and the chat. Good morning. Big up to you. I hope you slept well, mate. I hope you're having a good weekend. Wayne Bonner says, Levy made us financially stable and lay a foundation to build on just in case of how they go about things. The January transfer window should be interesting. I agree absolutely 100%. No matter what we say about Levy, and he is many words, but what he has done is put us in such a good position to push on. You know, we are in a position now where we can really attack. And listen, are we going to win leagues? Who knows? Because there are massive clubs like the Liverpools, like the Cities, like the Arsenals, sadly, and the Chelseas, and even the Uniteds who are going to spend and spend and spend. What we've got to do now is do the same as them, and hopefully, we can start really competing at the top table. And that's all I ask. Compete at the top table. You're never always going to win trophies. You're never always going to win trophies. There's a lot of teams challenging for those trophies. I just want to be in that mix. And if we can get in that mix, that would be absolutely amazing. Razzle saying Robinho. I mean, that was a signing, wasn't it, at the time for City? Didn't do too much in the Premier League, to be honest, but he was a good signing at the time. And Wayne saying we need a left back, a left wing, and a striker. Mate, I could go on. I could go on. I mean, those are three positions we definitely maybe. I mean, striker me for the summer. I'm guessing that Moani's going to play up as a striker. I hope. Definitely need cover at one of the fullback areas, whether that's left or right, and the left winger 100%. But for me, we need another midfielder. Um, a Morgan Gibbs White type, because I don't necessarily think Morgan Gibbs White's a 10. I think he'd be brilliant in an 8 as well. So I'd love us to go back in for him next summer. We need another centre back. Um, and for me, going forward, if we want to challenge, if we want to be up there in the mix, we need a top class keeper, and a keeper that's good at everything, not just a really good shot stopper, but can't catch it, or good with his feet. Not someone who's really good with his feet, but not great at stopping, saving goals. We need a top class keeper. And for me, Vicario's just not quite that. Great shot stopper, but concerns me in everything else. And then Wayne does say, and a midfielder. Yeah, I agree. I agree. And Razzle said, plus upgrading players, Wayne. Yeah, it's one of them, isn't it? It's going to be a forever cycle now of bringing players in, and then the players we've got now maybe upgrading on them. And hopefully, I'm hopeful that by the end of next summer, we might have a really, because I think we've got a decent team now. I think with 3 or 4 additions, we could become really, really good. Let's hope so anyway. Barbaric saying, keep smashing the likes and subs, people. Get over to the 2 Mark Show and do the same. Absolutely. I don't think the 2 Mark Show are on today. I think they're having a day off because they smash it during the week. But guys, get over to them anyway and subscribe to the channel. I have only got subscribers mode only on today, so getting subs is pretty slow. I was hoping people would just come in and realize that you actually can't say anything unless you sub. But at the moment, it's not working. We will see how it goes. Everyone's welcome in here. I am just trying to build this community because I love this community. I love the fact that we get the regulars in every day, every time we do one. Same with the 2 Marks. We both kind of get the same kind of crowd, and I love that. And listen, I'm not a channel that's going to be screaming and shouting and arguing, and that's just not me. It's just not my style. I'm a lot more chilled, a lot more relaxed. Just want to talk to you guys. Enjoy Spurs. Listen, when we're crap, I'm going to be upset. When we're good, I'm going to be happy, and that is the life of a fan, I think. Razzle saying, who would your marquee signing be, Nige? That's a really tough question. For me, it's really difficult to look past like a Savinho at the moment. I'm guessing that would be the one. I would love Morgan Rogers. I've liked Rogers for a couple of seasons now. So I'd like him, but it's difficult. There are good players everywhere, but there's not any like wow, they're amazing. You know what I mean? I think maybe after the World Cup this year, I think maybe then I'll maybe like, yeah, he's a player or he's a player. Um, but yeah, none that really stand out to me. But if we're looking at ones that we've been linked to, Savinho or Rodgers would be my one marquee signing. I think January. Can't see Rodgers happening, but I think maybe Savinho could happen. And Wayne says, Razzle dazzle, we needed an upgrade for a hell of a long time. Hopefully next summer they'll start doing it. Well, hopefully January, mate. Bit of luck, but let's see. And Wayne says, question, which position would everyone like that marquee signing to be? Yes, good question, Wayne. In the chat, let us know, what position would you like the marquee signing to be? Doesn't have to be a name, just a position. What position? For me, left wing. Um, I think for me that would be the one position. Jimmy saying, be interesting to see who actually is calling the shots going forward. Is it still Enoch or Vivian and her brother? It is going to be interesting, isn't it? Most definitely. I think it's, yeah, I think it could be this Vivian. You know, she seems very hands on at the moment and very into it. So it's going to be interesting to see what she does. I'm just going to change quickly. Don't go anywhere, guys. I am just going to quickly change my subscribers thing so I can. Everyone's welcome in here, and I think that would be the best thing. Apparently, you can do it midstream, so I'm seeing if I can do it now. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. Let's see if I can do it. Da-da-da. Anyone? Yes, anyone. So we have done that. So now we have changed it back to anyone, which I think is probably the best thing to do, isn't it? As we come back to you guys. It'd be interesting to see who's actually calling the shot going forward. Yeah, I think Vivian and her brother will have a lot to do with it. But guys, hasn't Daniel Levy's son apparently kept his job? This is what I'm reading. Apparently, his son has kept his job at Tottenham, so he's still there. Obviously, he's not the chairman, so it doesn't really matter. So fair play to him if he's doing a good job. But apparently, yeah, Levy Jr. is still at Spurs. Audio's in, says morning Nigel chat. Good morning, Audio. I hope you're well, buddy. And Razzle saying, I'd prefer a midfielder, left winger as a marquee signing. A striker can misfire and not score, then get labelled as a failure. Yeah, I tend to find that every striker that comes in is a bit of a marquee signing, isn't it? But just because that so much is expected of them. Rain saying, of course, the stadium is amazing, but let's be clear, financed off ST money. Purpose is to make Enoch asset rich. Property dev around the site was the goal. We are indirect beneficiaries at best. Yeah, it's hard to disagree with that, mate. It really is. It's hard to disagree with it. But regardless of what it is, we are now in a place where we should be able to attack and hopefully start becoming a big side. But let's see. Kate says we got a better chance with signings now. Levy's gone. No one wanted to deal with Levy. Heard they want to go back in for Morgan Gibbs White Savinho. I would love Morgan Gibbs White at Spurs. I am really hopeful that Spurs go and get Morgan Gibbs White over the line. I'd take both of them. I think both of them improve our squad immensely. So yeah, fingers crossed. Razzle saying, I heard you screaming and shouting during the watch along. Yeah, yeah, that's true. Um, my first ever watch along. I think I had about 2 people, and it's fantastic. Um, yeah, when I'm watching a game, I do get quite invested, obviously, like most fans. But I do chill out quite quickly, usually after a game. Never used to, never used to. I think the older you get, the more you realise it is just football. Rain saying, what I hope is that we talk about the board and chairman less, if at all. I want to talk about the players, coach, director of football. It should be about football. Absolutely, 100%. It's going to be interesting to see where it goes now with football chat on YouTube, because I think the last couple of years have dominated with, um, Levy out and that kind of thing. Now he's gone. I think we can all just enjoy the football again. And hopefully it is just football. Razzle saying, off now. Where you off? Where you going, mate? If you are going, have a great day, buddy. Rain saying, I thought Daniel Levy's son was on the Enoch board, not Tottenham. Oh, okay. Right, yeah, I didn't know. I just read some of it. He was he had kept his job, so yeah, whatever that is. But yeah, fair dues. And Cookie says, keep smashing those likes and subs, everyone. Yeah, keep smashing those likes. Always nice to try and get to around 50 likes if you can. I think I'm going to struggle to get that today, but anyone new in the house, just smash that like button. I would appreciate it very much. And Lee's in the house. May the force be with you and you, my good sir. I hope you're well. Wayne Bonner saying, as long as the board bringing players that Frank wants, it is, and this is it now. For me, it's all about what the managers want. What the managers want. Absolutely. And Lee says, crumpets. Oh, I do love a crumpet. I do love a crumpet. Razzle saying, I meant your subscribers mode is off now. Yes, it is. Thank you, buddy. It is off. And I picked up a subscriber straight away. So that's good. Maybe don't hit the subscribers button. Only I thought it might be a good way of getting people to subscribe. Obviously didn't work at all, but there you go. We will try it again later on down the line. I think maybe it's one where you have 4,000 or 5,000 subs. It might work a little bit better. Lee Payne saying, I would want a left-sided forward. I think for me, yeah, absolutely. Left-sided forward is the way to go. I think we are just that one player short up there of being really good. I'm really good, guys. I don't know how you feel. Obviously, we got West Ham coming up at the weekend. I cannot wait to see this new revamped Tottenham front line with Kudus and Xavi and Moani. I just can't wait to see it. It's going to be really interesting to see. So yeah. Kate saying, watch Wells. Matt Johnson did nothing and got subbed off. Pretty standard then. Pretty standard, bless him. It is what it is, isn't it? It'd be interesting to see what happens to him maybe in the summer. Maybe Spurs might cash in. Maybe looking for an upgrade. Um, sky's the limit now at Tottenham, guys. The sky is the limit, and I can't wait to witness it. Rich Shee's in the house. Good morning, mate. I hope you're well. Says good morning, all. A few days post leaving, it feels better and more liberating every day. I hope something changes now. I really hope you're right, mate. I think it has been a weird couple of days, hasn't it? A weird couple of days, but I feel like almost like a weight's been lifted off our shoulders. Whether it comes to fruition or not is another question. Who knows what Charrington's going to do, what Vinay's going to do. We just don't know yet, do we? But we're not going to know until the January window and see how we move. But it's going to be interesting. Razzle saying, Semenyo count as a marquee signing? Absolutely. Semenyo would be a top player for Spurs. I'd forgotten about him, but yeah, what a great player. Take him every day of the week. Every day of the week. And Wayne saying, Kate, I don't rate Johnson. He may contribute goals to the team, but that's all. He does nothing. I agree, but it's difficult not to rate him when he's scoring, isn't it? But when you watch him during a game, he does literally nothing. So it is frustrating. Razzle saying Sheriff will be having a field day if the sky is the limit. NASA will be taken off. Oh, I'm not sure it would be taken off with the amount of Amstel he had yesterday evening. I'm thinking he might have been a little tipsy, but bless him. I hope you're well, Sheriff. I hope your head's not too hurting too much this morning. But I got a feeling it probably will be. Lee saying we should build a team around Xavi and Kudos. Let's get the best out of both of them. I agree. This is such a good opportunity now for Tottenham. Such a good opportunity now for Spurs. Big up, mate. I hope you're well. The Hofmeister saying good morning, Nige. Hope we have people in the hierarchy that cares, that really cares and love football. Yeah, I agree. I really do hope that the people now at the top take the football seriously and love the club as much as we do and really want to see success on the pitch, because that is what it's all about. It's all about success on the pitch for me now. Get out there, start winning some trophies. Let's do it. Let's do it, guys. Kate says, Wayne Bonner, I agree. Odd goal, but does nothing else. Just looked like he wasn't bothered. Hope he gets sold. And it's really sad because, I think Johnson, there's something there. Obviously, he knows where the net is. But I think you're right. For me, he's a confidence player, and he just very rarely looks confident at all as the heavens are about to open. Yeah, I'm the same. Sadly, I'd let him go. I'd be looking to maybe offer him as part of the Morgan Gibbs White deal next summer. Get him back to Forest, get Morgan Gibbs White to Spurs, and yeah, we move. Razzle saying 2 pint Sheriff. Pretty sure I've drunk with Sheriff a few times. He's a drinker. He knows where to put it. He's got a tiny frame, but he can outdrink me easy. I mean, I'm not massive either, but yeah, he can handle his beer. To be fair to him, I'm 2 or 3 pints, and I'm woohoo. Sheriff, hard to keep up with. Wayne saying, Kate, I'd send him in January and get a decent signing in. Wouldn't be against it. Wouldn't be against it. And Kate says, Wayne Bonner, I'd agree. Get him sold. Lee saying, time to get a bunch of new strikers. We are Spurs. We have always had top class strikers, haven't we? Haven't we always had top class strikers at Spurs? The last 3 or 4 years have been a real disappointment for me, Tottenham strikers. I mean, we could all list the names of Spurs strikers over the years that have graced this beautiful club. Harry Kane. My mind's gone. Harry Kane. We got Robbie Keane. I love Robbie Keane. Defoe, Berbatov, even Pavlyuchenko. I loved him. Les Ferdinand. Klinsmann. The list goes on and on and on. Mark Falco back in the day. Gareth Crooks. Archibald. We've had some absolute brilliant strikers. My favourite striker that I didn't even mention, Teddy Sheringham. Brilliant strikers at Spurs, and now we have strikers that, I'll be honest, I just don't have any feelings for at all. So I make you bang on there, Lee. We need proper strikers at the club. Wayne says, if Frank wants Morgan Gibbs White, then offer Johnson as part of the possible deal. Absolutely. Jimmy says, what a statement a Bill Nick statue outside the stadium would be. That would be beautiful, wouldn't it? I don't want to see a Levy statue anywhere near. Imagine if Levy had a statue put up. Man, it would constantly be pulled down, wouldn't it, by the fans? Just can't see it happening. But yeah, Bill Nick statue, long overdue. Let's get it done. And for me, if there was one player, a statue of one player you would have outside White Hart Lane, who would it be? For me, it would have to be Glenn Hoddle. But guys, if there's one statue of a player that could go outside White Hart Lane, what player would it be? Let me know in the chat. And Wayne Bonner saying, Jimmy Hotspur, we probably get a statue of Levy first. Yep. Rain saying, this isn't statue. Clive Allen, he was a top striker, wasn't those 49 goals in one season. Wow. I can remember watching him not watching him, but I remember back in the day, CFAX was a thing and teletext, and you'd put the scores on. And when Spurs were at home, they'd always be like page 3 or 4, because obviously Tottenham is quite low down, and it went alphabetical order. And it took like 2 or 3 minutes to get to the Spurs page. So it'd get to the Spurs page and say they were playing Wolves and it was 0-0. I'd always be with my mate and I'd be like, by the time it gets back down to Spurs, Clive Allen would have scored. And so often it would go page 1, page 2, be page 3, and you see Allen, 7 minutes or something like that. It'd be like, he was unbelievable that season. Unbelievable. Razzle saying Adebayo. The thing is, Adebayo was bloody good when he was playing for a contract. As soon as he had a contract, he was shit. But that season or two when he was playing for a contract, he was unplayable at times. So I quite liked Adebayo personally. Wayne saying razzle dazzle and laughing. And Wayne saying Raziak and Booth, yeah, they were two of our worst strikers ever, weren't they? I think, can we name a really bad striker Spurs have had? Raziak, Booth, maybe Helder Postiga. He come in with like a fanfare, and I thought this kid is going to be amazing. Just didn't do it. Didn't do it. Kate said, I'd sell Richie and Solanke. We could have a quality striker, but how much have we paid for them? We won't get the money back on these two. Probably not. I think maybe we got a chance of getting some money back on Richarlison. If we sold him to a Saudi club, we might get 30, 40 million. But no, we're not getting anywhere near otherwise. And definitely not for Solanke. Solanke's constantly injured. What's the point? Rain saying statue of Danny Blanchflower. That's a really good shout as well. Really good shout. Jimmy saying also call the stands Nicholson, Perryman, Birkinshaw, and Hoddle. It costs next to nothing. Agreed. Agreed. So many little touches they could do now at Tottenham to get the fans back on side. And little things like that. A statue of Danny Blanchflower. Wayne Bonner says here, statue of the 61 double cup winning side. Yeah, even if it was like a big like mural of the cup winning side just outside the stadium. You know, that would be just little things like that would be amazing. And calling different stands, different players' names would be fantastic. And for me, getting a proper singing area, proper hardcore fan base in that south stand, for me, would make the world of a difference. We want that south stand to be the white wall, and it hasn't been, has it, at all? So it's up to Tottenham now. You know, let the fans speak, and hopefully the club will listen. Probably not, but we will see. Just going through the chat again. Barbaric Rebrov. Again, Rebrov was another one that, for me, oh, there's some names there, Razzle. Barbaric Rebrov was another one for me. He was like a shadow strike. He was someone who played off Shevchenko, for instance. You know, Shevchenko and Rebrov were a great partnership, but we bought Rebrov. He's like 5'3", and we played him up front on his own. How was he ever going to succeed? Crazy signing for me. Again, another striker I really liked Rebrov, but just wasn't given a chance because he was played up front on his own in a really bad system. Razzle saying Lewis Saha, Good Johnson, and Fraser Campbell, they were all three almost like desperation signers. Fraser Campbell, bless him, couldn't stand him because we got rid of Berbatov and got Fraser Campbell as part of exchange. Brilliant. That's one of the worst deals in Tottenham history. Lewis Saha, I actually thought did all right for Spurs. He wasn't the signing I wanted. I thought he did all right, but constantly injured. And Good Johnson, great for Chelsea, shocking for Tottenham. Waste of time. Razzle saying Soldado, another one that come in, I thought was a really good striker, was smashing it up in Villarreal, scoring loads of goals. Was it Villarreal or was it Valencia? I can't remember now. I think it's Valencia. I don't know. You guys will tell me. But yeah, smashing it up in the Spanish league. Comes to the Premier League and Spurs play him as a lone striker. Just pointless. Pointless. Rain saying we basically live by the famous quote. The great fallacy is that the game is first and last about winning. The game is the first and last about winning. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, something like that around the stadium, you know, there's such a good opportunity now, like I say, for the Tottenham board and the hierarchy at Spurs to really maybe ask the fans what they want, and hopefully the fans will speak. Rain saying it is about glory. It is about doing things in style with a flourish and going out and beating the other lot, not waiting for them to die of boredom. Yes, agreed, agreed. Don't you all just think that football now? I mean, I'm showing my age. Football now is just so bloody. It's just so boring for the most part. I know we all love it still. It's just not like it used to be, and I know I sound like a bloody old man, and I can remember, you know, I can remember my parents saying to me, "Oh, music's not like it used to be." And I used to think, "Oh, shut up, you're just old." And then I say that to my kids now, and I know when I'm saying it to them, I'm like, I sound like my parents. And I sound like an old fan now, I know, by saying football's not what it used to be, but it's not. It's just shit now, really. But we still love it. Big up, Callum. Hope you well, mate. Saying Greaves and Waddle in with a shout. Both top players. Greaves never got to see him play, sadly. But my dad said he was an absolute magician and just the best striker he's ever seen. And Waddle's definitely more my era. Loved Chrissy Waddle. Was gutted when he went to Marseille for what, 4.3 million or something. Remember waking up and getting the paper and seeing it on the back horrific. Yeah, gutted. But yeah, both top players. Big up Philly, says big up Nigel and everyone in the chat this Sunday morning. Good morning to you. I hope you are, my friend. And Kate is sending hello to Philly. I love Kate and Philly. I think they got a little romance, little YouTube like, yeah, you know, I love it. I love how the chat get on so much. Maybe not romance. That was the wrong word. Uh, Personally, Philly says, I want a clean sweep and Spurs to get rid of Lange as well. And now that Levy's gone, Spurs might look to upgrade with Paul Mitchell, who is currently unemployed. This is it, Philly. The world now is Spurs' oyster. They can go and do anything. I feel like the shackles are off now. That massive weight has been lifted off our shoulders as a club. And without Levy now, there are so many opportunities. I think someone said it earlier in the chat that clubs don't want to deal with us because of Levy. Clubs will want to deal with us again now because Levy's not there. I think this is a fantastic chance for Spurs to become something special. And guys, let's hope they do. Let's hope they do. Guys, over 50 in the house, keep smashing that like button. If you haven't subscribed, subscribe to the channel. I really would appreciate it. Barbaric says, funny how Sessegnon was on our fitness table for years, but playing like a demon every week for Fulham. It's weird, isn't it? It's weird. But I agree. Jimmy says, Philly, morning, mate. Isn't it what Paratici is going to do? Yeah, possibly. Barbaric said, Nigel's turning the breakfast show into blind date. Yeah, I apologise for that. I apologise. And Kate says, thanks, Nigel. Love my man, Philly. We all love Philly. Philly is a top bloke. And Callum says, same. I was about 8 when Waddle went to Marseille. I cried. Yeah, I was gutted as well, mate. Yeah, really not good. Razzle says, smash those likes and subscribe if you enjoy it, or even if you don't enjoy it, to be fair. It's always good to subscribe to all the Spurs channels. I think I subscribe to every single Spurs channel I've seen, just because it's good to give everyone support. And it's nice to have different opinions. I love the channels that have the debates. I love the arguments. I love it. That's just not me. That's just not me. I think if I was on one of those shows, I would probably just like, I don't know, I'd retract into myself a little bit. I'd just like chilling, talking to people and enjoying Tottenham. And it is what it is. Everyone's got a different style, but I love all the Spurs channels. Everyone I subscribe to. Love every one of them. So yeah, keep smashing the likes. Keep hitting the subscribe if you're new here. And Philly saying big up Kate Rixham, sending a massive virtual hug this beautiful Sunday morning. It is. What is it like where you are, guys? Like I say, I'm going to go for a coffee soon, and the clouds are gathering. Radical saying barbaric, Silla Nige host it. Yeah, I'm not going to attempt a Scouse accent because I would literally be taken off the airs. It would be embarrassing. Um, it would be embarrassing. And Philly saying, big up Jimmy Hotspur. Personally, I believe Paul Mitchell is a better director of football than Paratici. Yeah, I'd probably agree with that. I think he probably is. But it does seem like Paratici's coming back. But was Paratici Levy's man? Or was he someone else's man? It's going to be interesting seeing now Levy's gone. Maybe Paratici doesn't come back. Um, yeah, I don't know, guys. It's going to be an interesting one for sure. Obviously, now we are looking forward to the weekend. We have West Ham United away. It's going to be a tough one, isn't it? No doubt about that. It's going to be a tough game. West Ham, they always turn up against Spurs. It's their cup final. Can we put in a performance? Will we see the likes of Xavi? Will we see the likes of Moane play? Or are they going to be on the bench? They're not going to have a lot of game time, are they? Or even training time before the West Ham game. I would think they'll be coming back from international duty, Thursday, maybe Friday, some players. So it's going to be interesting to see what kind of team he picks. I think he may go a little bit more steady with the same midfield three that we played the last couple of games. And maybe Xavi will get some minutes later on, second half. Um, It's going to be interesting, guys. Let me know what you think. What kind of team are we going to be playing against West Ham? Obviously, things could change because of the internationals. We could get injuries yet, but it's going to be an interesting one. Razzle saying Silla here can drop a few songs in the live stream. Jeff, big up, Jeff. Is that Jeff? I think it's Jeff. Jimmy Greaves was the first ever striker I watched as a Spurs fan. Harry Kane is our best striker since Jimmy, but Jimmy was the best we've ever had. Yeah, Jimmy was, like I say, never got to see him, but my dad said he was absolutely amazing. The reason he started supporting Tottenham was because of Jimmy Greaves. And yeah, it is what it is. He was a great striker and a sad day when he passed. But yeah, big up, Jeff. I hope you're well. And thank you for being here, buddy. Lee said, I would love to see the stands named Birkinshaw Row, Perryman, Nicholson. I think it's such a good idea. Such a good idea. And it's something the fans could get involved with because they could send out ballot forms. We could vote for the players that we want. And I think it's something that could get the fans involved, get the fans maybe feel like part of the club again. Because I don't know about you guys, I don't feel like I'm part of the club. You know, I'm a fan, but as a fan, I don't feel like I'm appreciated as such. So I think it would bring the fans back on side. So I think you're bang on there, Lee. Really good idea. Finn saying, good morning, Nigel. Good morning, mate. I hope you're well. He says, woke up a bit late this morning and I only just got here. Have a good Sunday, mate. Have a good Sunday to you too. And yeah, you've got to have a lie in on Sunday. Sadly, I had a nightmare and I was up since 5:30. So don't usually get nightmares, but this one was incredibly weird and not nice. And yeah, I just couldn't get back to sleep afterwards. So there you go. And Kate said, Nigel, I've heard Paratici isn't coming back, so I don't know. Yeah, it's going to be interesting. I actually thought that when Levy got axed, what does that mean for Paratici? Is he coming back? Because I thought he very much seemed like a Levy man. So yeah, let's see where we go. Such an exciting time ahead for Tottenham. You know, we have some cracking players in. We still have a lot to do. Daniel Levy's gone. Who knows what's happening with the board? Obviously, Enoch have come out and said that they want to spend money. So I can't wait, guys. This could be it. This could be it. We've been waiting a long time. We're in this beautiful new stadium with the best facilities probably anywhere in Europe. Now it's time to put it on the pitch and let's see what we do. Jimmy has a question. He says, what's your starting 11 versus West Ham, Nige? My starting 11. Okay. My starting 11 would be Vicario, Porro. No, actually, I'm going to change it up. You know, I'm going to go Vicario, Spence, um, Romero, Van der Ven, and Udogi. And I'm going to go for a midfield three of Bentancur, Polina. I have to put Xavi in because I want to see him play and I want us to attack. And Xavi, and then a front three of Kudus, Mawani, and I'm going to go Richarlison on the left just because I think may keep it a little bit tighter, if you know what I mean. I think maybe, yeah, I think Richarlison's a bit more of a handful than an Odebear maybe. So yeah, that would be my team, guys. Let me know what your team, would you make any changes to that? So I would go Vicario, Spence, Romero, Van der Ven, Udogi with Bentancur, Polina and Xavi and Kudus, Moani and Richarlison. Let me know, guys. What do you think? Who would be your 11 for the West Ham game? Guys, over 50 of you now. Please keep smashing that like. Please keep hitting that subscribe if you're new here. Really would appreciate it. We are building a beautiful little community here at Pure Coys. And every single one in chat, I think the world of, because you're always here, you're always supporting, and you mean everything to me. Because if it's not for you guys, there is no show. And that's my soppy bit out the window. So, Amin, big up, Amin. I hope you're well. Says definitely a takeover. I think there's a good chance. Of that, but we will see. We will see whether that's in 6 months or a year. I just don't know, but something's definitely happening at Tottenham. Lee says Greaves and Hoddle and Perryman, the best Spurs players ever. Definitely three of them. So many great players at Tottenham over the years, and it's just a pity we haven't got a lot of those players now. But I'm sure the new players that come in will make their own history, hopefully, and we can start winning trophies again. Liston, big up Liston, saying just entered the chat. Have you discussed the Gahey situation? Heard he was thinking of terminating his contract. I haven't heard anything about that, mate. That's an interesting one. Do you think he would do that? Um, I'm guessing to get his move to Liverpool. Is it worth it now? You might as well just stay at Palace for 6 months. If he was to terminate his contract, that would then the Palace fans who adore him currently, I think, would turn on him very quickly. For me, I just think play the season, go to Liverpool next season on a free. And even if you don't go to Liverpool, then you go somewhere else. You know, for me, it wouldn't be a cool thing to do. But guys, let me know in the chat. What do you think? Gahey terminating his contract, is that a good move? I don't think that's a good move at all. Felly said, to be fair, Kate, I personally don't want Paratici back. Too much baggage. I would much rather Paul Mitchell, who has provided a better body of work for Spurs and has had more experience since. Didn't he work at Brighton for a little while as well? Yeah, I would take Paul Mitchell back 100%. Musa's in the house. Big up, Musa. Hope you're well. And then he says Simmons won't start for his first game. No, I'm thinking he'd probably be off the bench. I'd like him to start, but I think he will probably be off the bench because he's not going to have any training time with Tottenham by the time he comes back. Literally, he joined, went straight on international duty, and he's come back. And I would imagine he will start probably on the bench, but I would like him to start because a midfield three for me of Bentancur, Polina, and Sarr, it's just a bit boring. But we will see. We will see what happens. Mark Harris, big up Mark Harris. I hope you're well. Says Thomas Frank must be one of the best signings of 2025, probably best managerial. He will bring success. I 100% agree with you. Absolutely bang on. I think Thomas Frank has been our signing of the summer so far. He will make this side great. I have so much confidence that as a club and as a team under Thomas Frank, we are going in the right direction. It's going to be an exciting season, I think now, especially with Levy gone. You know, all the negativity that's surrounding Spurs from his own fans, and we're the ones to blame, a lot of us for that, um, has now gone. Has now gone for the time being. I know that people will still want Enoch out, but the majority just wanted Levy gone. So let's see. Let's see now. I think there's a lot of exciting times ahead at Tottenham Hotspur. And Mark Harris says, don't forget Paul Gascoigne. Yeah, absolutely. Another stunning player for Tottenham. Such a good player. Seen it, was, privileged to see him 3 or 4 times live. Just such a good player, Paul Gascoigne. Kate says, Philly, I agree with you, but I'm not feeling it with Lange. Where's Paul Mitchell now? I think Paul Mitchell's out of a job, isn't he? He's not got a job at the moment. Lange, amazed. I think he was the worst out of everyone that we signed over the last couple of years, and he's the last one left. Can't believe he's still there. Surely he's going to be gone soon. But again, we will see. We will see. Razzle saying, playing West Ham, Simmons will quickly learn the hard side of the Premier League and kicked a lot by them. He will, and they're playing tonight, aren't they, the Netherlands? So it's going to be interesting to see. Fingers crossed he doesn't get injured. That would be typically Spurs. But fingers crossed he will be fine. Philly saying, big up Liston. If I was gay, I would just sit up the contract and leave on a 3. Yeah. If he has a decent season at Palace and makes a World Cup squad, it's a bigger window for him. Yeah, that's it. If he goes to Liverpool now, which, listen, I don't blame him at all. Who's to say he's going to start every game? We just don't know. World Cup year, he's going to be in the Palace. Isn't he captain of Palace? Just stay in that Palace side. I think Palace are a really good team this year as well. Play some nice football. Stay at Palace, mate. Stay at Palace. The fans will love you. You'll get a lot more respect. And you can go to Liverpool next summer. Or if not Liverpool, someone else. You'll have choices. It isn't, and who knows? You might actually get a move to the best club in London in Tottenham Hotspur. But let's see. Razzle saying Gahey will go in January. I think. Not sure if he can play in the Champions League. I think that's a good shout. Actually, I think that's a good shout. Yeah, stick it out till January, and happy days. Rains and Liston Hines. Gahey has definitely been done the dirty by Parish. Must be so hard to see Isak and Wissa getting their moves after being so public about wanting to leave their clubs, and he doesn't get the pull move. Or maybe he wasn't public enough. I don't know. Um, it is a difficult one because I actually thought that it was Liverpool who pulled the plug. Oh, it's pouring down. Liverpool who pulled the plug, but apparently it was Palace, wasn't it, that pulled the plug at the last minute. So yeah, not good, but I'd still just stick it out till January, and see what happens. Be the ultimate pro. I like Gahey. I got a lot of respect for him. Phil P's in the house, and we got Levy out. See, we got Levy out. Woo! Big up, Phil P. I hope you're well, mate. I hope you're well. And he says, big up, Rain. Woo! And yeah, again, big up to you, Phil, mate. Appreciate you being in here. Phil P says, Phil Army. Absolutely. Razzle saying, does Paul Gascoigne have the most iconic goal for Spurs ever? Or is it Villiers? We're talking about the semi-final goal. I take it, not the one where he went round the keeper against Arsenal and scored with his sock because his boot come off. Yeah, but yeah, the cup semi-final goal, probably the greatest goal, one of the greatest goals ever scored at Wembley Stadium. But Phil P saying huge love, Nige. Back at you, mate. Back at you. Really good to meet you at Savers. Even though you were a little bit wasted by the end. Jimmy saying best disposal of the window was Levy. Yes, I mean, wasn't that like the best transfer out of the club that we've had in years? In years. Phil P saying the Gaza goal is iconic for anyone of a certain age like me. I remember it well. I remember it well. I'm showing my age now. 91. I was 18. I was 18. I just turned 18 as well. Um, Turned 18. I got dumped by my long-term girlfriend, and but Gaza scored that goal. It was a beautiful thing. It was a beautiful thing. And Kate saying, Phil P, I hope you're well. And they're talking to each other, which is always wonderful. And Rain says, Phil P, let's see what happens now. I'm not in on the Enoch out train, hoping they are going to make us a football club again. I think I'm the same. I think I'm the same now. I think let's give Enoch a chance. I think we've cut off the main wart, you know. Let's let's go forward now. They have come out and said that they want to help us win more often. Well, you know what to do. Put money into the club. Apparently, they're putting 100 million in January. So let's see where we go. Let's see where we go, guys. And Philly saying, big up the Phil P Army. Absolutely. Um, Mike saying, Phil P, are you wrong side of 50? Oh, jeez. Tell you what, I feel like I am. I feel like I am. Definitely. Billy saying, Nige is one of a kind and one of the best content creators on YouTube. Smash the likes and subscribe. Thank you, Philly, mate. That means a lot. It's hard. It's hard doing YouTube, but it took me quite a long time to go live on my own. In fact, best part of a year. Um, but now I've done it. I love it. I love talking to the chat. It is all about you guys, and looking forward to much more work with the two marks and much more with Dan, the Spurs Danlist. Um, yeah, much more beyond the lane this season coming up. So lots to look forward to, guys, and hopefully lots and lots of wins, which is always good. And Kate saying, Phil P, I am well, lovely. Levy's gone, thank goodness. Woo! Absolutely. Um, yeah, I think Jimmy says the one big statement signing would lead to others joining. It's always been that way in football. And I think players maybe might want to come to Spurs. Now Levy's gone. I think there's a lot more chance that we could get players in. It's going to be interesting. It's going to be an interesting um, couple of transfer windows, I think. Definitely. Definitely. Phil P says, Mark Harris, not quite, mate. Well, I'm not far off it. I'm not far off the wrong side of 50. Kate says, Nigel, I love your show. It's just nice and chill. Thank you, Kate. That's the way I like it. It's the way I like it. Nice, chill, nothing heavy, nothing stressful. There's enough stress outside of Spurs with life and bills and relationships and all that crap we have to deal with. Every single one of us has to deal with every single day of our lives. And I just like coming on and chilling and not having to get stressed and worry about football. Obviously, when we lose, that changes a little bit, but it is just football, guys. That's what we got to remember. It is just football. And Cookie saying 5 more likes to get to 50. Great show, nice. Thanks, mate. Yeah, 5 more likes, guys. Let's smash those like buttons. And if you haven't subscribed, smash that subscribe button. I picked up 2 subscribers today, which is always nice. Always nice to do a show and get a couple of subs. It makes you feel it's worth it. Razzle saying we can either end up a Man City or a Man United now. I think we're much more likely to end up a Man City. I think it's difficult now because whereas teams like Chelsea, when they first did it, there was no one really else doing it. So, when City did it, they did it in such a way that Chelsea couldn't keep up. And Chelsea were kind of a little bit on the slide when Man City did it. Um, it's hard now. It's hard for a team. If we were to get taken over and I don't know, someone was to bump £1 billion into the club, um, it will still be hard to win leagues because City do it and Chelsea do it and other teams do it. Um, but it'd just be nice to be in that conversation, wouldn't it? That would be nice. Lee Pay's saying, yeah, still Villa. He's going to have a crack. The 2 most famous goals, I went totally crazy on both. Yeah, the Ricky Villa goal, I remember getting I'm going to end soon, guys, but I remember getting Shoot in Match magazine, and on the front of a Shoot magazine, I think back in the day, I was a kid. I was what, 8 years old, 9 years old, and there was you used to get little records, but they used to be like floppy ones, and it was like green. Anyway, it was on the front, and it had all like the best commentary goals, and it had that Ricky Villa goal on it. And I put it on all the time, and whenever that Ricky Villa goal come on, just got goosebumps, and yeah, it's a beautiful thing. Beautiful thing. Phil P said, Mark Harris, not quite, fella. I'm still just below my half century. Hopefully I make it. I'm sure you will. I'm sure you will, Phil. Unless, of course, you drink some of that drink you drank at Savage. And then maybe not. So maybe don't do that again. Because that looked horrific. Golden Sun saying Levy said he wants to win the Premier and he is sacked. Lan said he thought we bought Tau for the Champions League. Instantly dropped only at Spurs. Yeah, that's a bit weird, isn't it? Levy's come out and said, I want to win the Premier League and the Champions. Maybe Spurs were like, what do you say that for? We don't want to do that. We're quite happy with top 4 on your bike. Oh, now I'm thinking about it. Maybe let's get Levy back. He wants to win the Premier League. I'm joking. Philly saying, big up the Cookmeister and Sheriff. I don't think Sheriff's up yet, is he? He's still nursing a hangover, maybe. Yeah, definitely not up yet, Sheriff. Wayne saying, I'm interested to see if the new lot change up Levy's pay structure and ceiling. Yeah, Levy, I am right in saying Levy's not at the club anymore at all, is he? He's gone totally. Obviously he owns his percentage, but as far as I'm aware, he's gone totally. Chris saying, big up, Nige. I'm really pumped for the game next week. I can't wait. I can't wait to get back into it, to be honest. I cannot wait for Spurs to start playing again and see Javi Simmons in a Spurs shirt. Cannot wait. Anyone seen the training videos with Moani? Felt a bit sorry for him. He looked a little bit lonely. No one was really giving him some love, but I guess he was with all the youngsters because everyone was on international duty. But yeah, hopefully he settles and scores goals. Mark saying, Phil P, lots to look forward to. I'm 59, laugh out loud. Well, yeah, fair play to you, mate. I'm 52 and I feel like I should still be 35, but it is what it is. The years catch up with us. Cookie saying, who remembers Roy of the Rovers? Yeah, what a great magazine that was. When I used to get a Roy of the Rovers, I used to draw the pictures and really sad. We didn't have internet back then, did we? Mobile phones, all that kind of thing. So I can remember having like sketch pads and drawing like the Royal Rovers um like action shots, and I used to do my own and draw my own with me scoring. I'm guessing I wasn't the only one who did that, but yeah, definitely did that. Finn saying, not the greatest goal, but Nilsson's diving header in the Woodlands Cup final always sticks in my head. That again was a moment, wasn't it? Because it was one of the worst cup finals I've ever seen. We were down to 10 men. Edinburgh got sent off. And yeah, we managed to get over the line. Stefan Everson with a cross. No other reason that my best mate at work at the time was a United fan, and he used to rip the shit out of me about him having United having Norway's #1 striker in Solskjaer, which I knew he was right deep down, but we had Everson, so I used to rib him that we had Everson, and Everson's was Norway's #1 striker, and so it was always nice when Everson did something, which wasn't that often, but yeah, I loved Everson. And Jimmy saying Semenyo and Rodgers in January would be a wonderful start to a new era, wouldn't it just? Wouldn't it just? Yeah, let's see what I can't wait for January now. Cannot wait. Get Christmas out of the way as soon as possible. Let's get into January. Let's sign some absolute bangers. Billy saying, personally, Nigel, I'm not asking Spurs to compete with the likes of City, Chelsea, Liverpool, and Arsenal, but Newcastle and even Villa were leaving Spurs in their rearview mirror. I don't think they are, mate. I don't think they are, buddy. I think I agree with you. Top four away. I don't see Villa as any better than Spurs this season. I really don't. Newcastle possibly. Newcastle possibly a little bit ahead of us, but I think we are challenging with the likes of Villa and Newcastle for that fifth, sixth, seventh, and eighth. Listen, we could end up eighth, but we could end up fifth. We have to get lucky with injuries. Um, Let's see, let's see. And again, if we can be in amongst it by January, if we're seventh even by January, we can go out and get a couple of good players early doors. No reason why we can't finish in that top five. Maybe I'm being deluded, but listen, as a Spurs fan, you got to hope. But I agree with you. We're well away from the top lot. But with Levy gone, who knows? Who knows, guys? Um, I'm going to err on the positive side that we can do something. Um, Maybe not this season, but next season. Wayne says Eric Edmonds' long range crack at Anfield is always worth watching. That was a goal, wasn't it? Well, that was an absolute banger. Another one who did absolutely nothing for Spurs, but that goal he will be remembered for forever. Chris says Mawani will score against the Hammers. I really hope so, mate. Um, he's a striker that I want to fall in love with. I just hope he's played as a striker and not off the left. If anyone's going to play off the left, I'd rather see them put Richarlison out there because I think Mawani will score goals for Spurs. And let's see. Let's see. Exciting times. Amin saying Levy should sell his share in ENIC and buy Arsenal or Chelsea to slow down their progress. Yeah, that would be magnificent, wouldn't it? Absolutely magnificent. Jimmy saying, morning cookie, I hope you're well, mate. And Barbaric saying, our internet back then, Nige, was WAP. Yes, it was. It was. Gone are the days. They were good days, guys. Anyone as old as me, and I say big up to Ghosty, big up Ghosty, says big up Nige in chat. Anyone as old as me, like anyone between like 45 and 55 or upwards or whatever, wasn't it great before mobile phones, before internet? As much as internet is great, but wasn't it good just going out with your mates on your BMXs, climbing trees, playing football, ginger door knocking, scrumping, all those things? What great days they were as kids. Yeah, and now we all stay in and look at me now, sat in a bedroom doing a podcast or a show, whatever you want to call it. Um, but yeah, good days, good days. And Spurs were great then as well. Cookie said, morning, Jimmy, mate. I hope all good here. I hope you're well too. I'm going to literally end in a couple of minutes, guys. But every time I go to end, there's more people come in. I'm like, oh, I need to go for a little bit longer. Phil P said, I want Spurs to compete and regain our place at the very top of football. This is a dream and every other club's nightmare. They fear the mighty cock. They absolutely do, mate. I agree. They fear us. They don't want us to be successful. And we can be, and I think we will be. I think this is our time. Levy's gone. The Wicked Witch is dead. Um, long live the mighty cock, and we are going to be winning things very soon. It's a sign of things to come. We've won our first European trophy. We are on the march to more. Um, as soon as I get positive, like 10 people leave the room. It is what it is. Razzle saying, best free kick taker ever Spurs have ever had. Oh, probably this is a difficult one. Gascoigne was fantastic. Waddle could hit a free kick as well. Hoddle wasn't bad. God, any one of them, any one of those three. Ginola was all right. We had some great free kick takers over the years, haven't we? Um, yeah, guys, let me know what you think. I'm literally going for another 3 or 4 minutes. Dazzle saying mine is Ziegler. Are you sure? Are you sure, mate? Ziegler, retro Ziegler. Um, yeah, beautiful blonde hair, but for me, not a great player. Christian, I wouldn't mind Mawani on the left because he loves to a back post tap in and he loves to take on his man. I just think he'd be wasted there, mate. I just think he'd be wasted, but I've not seen enough of him. I want to see him as a striker first and see what happens. Rain saying, yep, did all that as a kid. Now he's tried to get my lad out, but with his mates are online as well. It's just the way it is. And I suppose in that sense, we know that our kids are safe when we know they're home. Um, you never know with internet, but on the whole, they're in their room, they're staying safe. Whereas we used to go out. I can remember times going out as a kid and it's like, wow, how am I alive now? The things we used to do as kids and go home and your mum and dad be like, you had a good time? Yeah, yeah. What'd you do? Nothing. Yeah, playing on train tracks and doing all sorts that I just wouldn't let my kids go anywhere near now. But it's just a different world. And I'm not sure if it's better or not, but it is what it is. D Sanders, a Tuba's goal. Speaking off the left, he did very little. Yeah, Tuba's goal against Newcastle. That was a goal, wasn't it? Beautiful goal. Another bit of a cult hero. But Phil Peter and big up Razzle, but Gaz's 91 semi-final free kick is my favourite. Woo! It was a great goal. It's hard to say anything less, really. Um, Yeah. And Finn saying, our Google was going down the library to look something up. Absolutely. Yeah, it was. And I could never be bothered. So I used to just copy my mates' homework and stuff. They'd all go down the library and I'd just copy theirs, which is why I failed at school miserably. But it is what it is. Corey, big up Corey. Hope you well, mate. Said, I remember the days, them rules where once the street lights come on, it's our time for dinner. Football, whoever's kids, yeah, whoever had the ball, that was what it was. And if you fell out with him or put a bad tackle in or he scored a great goal and he said it wasn't, then he'd grab his ball and take it home. And yeah, he used to annoy us. But there you go. Kate said, nice, stop on. You've done all your housework. I've done most of my housework. I've got a little bit of washing to do still. Done one load, got a little bit more. And Cookie sent 50 likes. Fantastic. I am going to be ending the show now, guys. I haven't got the 2 marks to pass you on to because they're not doing a show today, but they are back tomorrow. So make sure you tune in for them. I won't be back tomorrow. I will probably be back either Wednesday or probably Friday. I say good morning to Andy. Good morning, Nige. No football means I have to go shopping with the missus. Oh, it's the missus that complains, not me. Yeah, well, mate, enjoy. I'd rather not do that. And that's one of the good things about being single, I guess, is that I don't have to go shopping. But it is what it is. Wan saying, have a good day, mate. Have a good day to you too. Kate saying, Ginola, love watching that champ. Yeah, what a player. What he scored some goals. Philly saying Stephen Carr's rocket against United. That was an absolute banger as well. Corey boy, woo! One love, brother. And Phil P saying Sheriff and Cookie, woo, as well. I loved doing that. But yeah, thank you guys. Thank you so much to everyone in the chat. Thank you so much to everyone who's joined. Please smash a like on the way out. Subscribe if you haven't. Have a great Sunday. And as always, stay positive, stay poised, and stay pure Coys.